welcome
to Sort of the Story.
I'm Janey.
And I'm Max.
And this is the podcast where we tell each other stories like fairy tales and folktales and mythology.
And also,
you are here. Welcome, guys.
Hey, gang.
Oh my God, it's a regular episode of the podcast. What's that like?
It feels so regular here.
It's so regular up in here. Are you guys enjoying the off topics? That's not what this is, but are you enjoying them? Let us know.
Do you take fiber?
Do you? You pooping?
You pooping?
Anyway, hi guys. What's up? We're so happy to see you.
Hello.
Hello. Max, and hello to you.
And hello, Janey.
Oh my gosh.
Hi.
Before we tell them any stories or even about our Patreon, we need to tell them about the magical thing that we did last weekend.
Guys, we went to medieval times. It was incredible.
I live a life where I tell my friend about medieval times and then we go to medieval times.
Yes.
That was amazing.
Yes. It was so much fun. We drove literally 4 hours from Savannah to Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah. 2 hours for the show.
2 hours for the show. And then we drove 4 hours back.
We had 8 hours in the car.
8 hours in the car, 2 hours at medieval times, and it was worth it. And it was on a school night, and my students were back the next day for the first time. And so I was like the first day of the quarter, fucking exhausted. Mm-hmm. So worth it. So worth it.
Genuinely worth it. It was amazing. Guys, this is your sign. Go to medieval times.
Go to medieval times.
Somebody text
No matter how far away it is.
That's true. And medieval times is far away. So I know that we both said that the yellow knight was the hottest, but we had the blue knight, and he was a beautiful little French lad. We're convinced he's French.
Well, he had the fleur-de-lis.
Yeah. Little beautiful little French lad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The hot one was the green knight.
Unfortunately, the hot one was the green knight, also the master of horse. Anyway, they were all hot.
Everyone was very hot. The blue knight was also very hot.
He was very sweet.
I remain convinced that the green one was the hot one purely based on the costume decisions that they made. They made him the hot one.
They made him like green and like black, and also he had the
like
hottest squire.
Red and like brown.
His squire was hot. Anyway, that's not the point. So they were all hot. Yes. Also, Max and I got flowers.
We got flowers.
We got the maiden flowers.
So what happened was Janey got a flower, and then she threw a fit until I also got a flower.
I'm a ride or die, bitch. You better give my girl a flower. If you want to be my lover, you got to get with my friends. Big Spice Girl core over here. Yes,
it was very, very sweet. And the whole time I was begging, like this poor man. It was like that thing where you're like, I don't know if you guys have been in like service, like food service before, but when someone's like, I've got the check, and then the other person's like, no, I've got the check. Mm-hmm. And then they like start arguing and you're like, this is weird and uncomfortable.
Should have figured this out beforehand.
Yeah. And it was like that where Janey was like, give her a flower. I was like, I don't want a flower. There's so many people here. Thank you, but no thank you. And he was like, here's a flower.
Everybody gets a flower. Yeah, no, you know that? And I was right. We have our little flowers and a tiny little cowboy boot.
Yes, in our house.
If you guys would like to see a video of our time at medieval times. If you would like to see a video of our medieval times, you can check them out on our social media, which we have on like Instagram and TikTok. I posted the videos there, and also they're on our Discord. Max, you want to tell them how to get on our Discord?
Absolutely. For $3 a month on our Patreon, you can get access to the Discord. This is where we hang out with all of our pals. They got up-to-the-minute updates on us being at medieval times. It was very fun. We got to hear people's stories about their time at medieval times, medieval times, if you will.
Yeah.
And it was a delight. The Discord is a really great little community. Oh, I just started doing something this week that actually you and I haven't talked about, but I've started doing the Lurkers Leap, which is for people who join the Discord and then never introduce themselves and are kind of just lurking.
Yeah,
if that's you, come say hi.
Yeah, if you're on the Discord and you've never said hi, go introduce yourself. How fun is that?
Yeah.
We like knowing you.
We are so excited that you're there, and we want to hang out with you, and we want you to be a part of the community. So come hang out with us. $3 a month on the Patreon, or for $7 a month on the Patreon, you can get access to the Discord, plus a full-length bonus episode every single month, which is just a regular episode of the podcast, but secret and bonus.
Secret.
It's got boners.
The monthly boner. You're gonna want to see it.
We do call them the monthly boner because we're both children.
Yeah. And we're funny and we're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely come and join us on the Patreon and on the Discord, which is the best thing ever.
Yeah. And for $4 a month, you can get access to the Discord, and also you get to be our girlfriend.
Yeah.
Janey.
Yes.
Who's going first this week?
Max, I'm going first this week. And
I'm excited.
A hilarious story for you.
Oh, I've got a cool story. This is going to be a good episode.
I'm so excited. Okay, we're going to take a little 1-second break, and then we're going to come back, and I'm going to tell you a little story. Woo! Okay, bye!
Bye!
Okay, Max.
Okay, Janey.
Max, okay. Today I'm bringing you a story from the book Tatterhood and Other Tales, edited by Ethel Johnston Phelps, who we have had before. Mm-hmm. The illustrations are by Pamela Baldwin Ford. And the story I'm going to bring to you today, surprisingly enough, is Tatterhood.
Oh, from the title of the book?
Yeah, I'm not going to bring you any of the other tales. No. Just the first one. We'll talk about this in a minute.
Okay.
I'm just going to jump in. I had a great time when I was writing these notes.
All right. I'm excited.
Also, if you're trying to sneak a peek at my notes, you can't because I put the title from another one I've already done on the back.
Okay.
These are the notes from Golden Hair.
All right.
You idiot. You're over here trying to guess what's going to happen at the end. You can't. You can only guess the beginning of Golden Hair.
Let the record show that I've never even once tried to look at Janey's notes. She just holds them in front of her face like a weirdo and then is convinced that I am trying to read the back of them.
Listen, I would like all of the listeners to go back, do some homework, and find the episodes where Max cheats.
It hasn't happened. You won't find them because it's never happened.
I bet it's happened at least once.
It has never happened.
I bet it has.
I have to be honest, I just don't care that much. I have a great time listening to you tell the story. I am never so invested that I need to know the answer before we get to the end.
Janey's going to go back and find him. Go, story babies, fly! Okay, well, you can't because of Golden Hair.
All right.
Okay, I'm going to get started. The first line of the story is, once upon a time, there was a king and a queen who had no children, and this grieved the queen very much. She would scream and she'd cry about it all day, every single day, and she would tell her husband, this palace is really lonely without little kids running around. And I wrote, lady, take my job.
Yeah, just go work at an elementary school.
I'm a little triggered by this story, actually. The king suggested she invite her sister's kids to come live with them. And if she wanted to hear the pitter-patter of feet that should be walking, not running all the goddamn time, that could probably help her scratch that itch. And the queen thought that this was a really good idea. And soon her two little nieces were romping through the rooms and screaming at the top of their lungs and saying things like, she said a bad word. It starts with a sh and it ends with a p. It's shut up. She told me to shut up. And then if you say, well, why are you still talking then? You're suddenly the bad guy because you're supposed to be an adult. Oh my God.
This feels personal.
I had a first grader who would not shut the hell up while I was talking. Every time I opened my mouth, he would just continue to talk full voice. And finally I went, oh my God, Edvin, shut. And all of the kids leaned forward and went, the noise off. Shut it off. Ah!
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
That's rude.
I don't care. Shut your face hole.
The elementary school teachers, you know, it's hard.
Shut it down.
Shut it down. Shut it down could have been good. Shut the noise off, not a thing. Also, that child doesn't speak any English, so he was just looking at me yelling random words. He's like, okay. Anyway, one day, as the queen was watching her nieces fondly from a window, she noticed her two little nieces were playing with a third child.
Oh, no.
A fucking stranger wearing an off-the-rack jumper. What the fucking hell? And she thought, I like kids, but not that kid.
I don't like Maxinistas.
Get the hell out of here. She ran out and she screamed at the rando that she couldn't play here. This was the palace courtyard. She's like, are you fucking lost? And her nieces ran up and they held the little girl by the hand and they were like, hey, we invited her to play with us. And just as the queen was about to tell them, if I wanted you to play with garbage, I'd have invited you into the palace dumpster. The little stranger said, quote, you would not chase me away if you knew the powers my mother has.
Ooh, do you know who my mommy is?
Do you know who my mommy is? Now this gave the queen pause. No.
What?
No, Max, no.
Little pause?
P-A-U-S-E. She asked, quote,
who's your mommy?
What powers does your mom have? And the little girl told her, if she wants to, my mother can tell people how to have children when all else have failed.
Whoa.
And the queen thought, well, fuck me sideways. That is interesting. She was like, where's your mom now? And the child pointed at a woman selling eggs in the marketplace just outside of the castle gates.
Oh, that's on the nose.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. The eggs.
The eggs.
Egg. Guys, I was trying to tell Max my thoughts about Wuthering Heights, and I was trying to say Heathcliff, and I said Heath. No, Max randomly just texts me the word heave.
That's his name. He's Heath.
He's Heave.
That's Heath.
The Jacob Elordi version for sure is Heave.
That's Heath. Also, if it's not clear through the microphones, we're saying Heath with an F. Heef.
Heave.
Heath.
Anyway, you guys can also say Heath if you want.
It's a delight. I really like it. You can also, if you want, one of my faculty was writing a paper about non-synthetic inks, and she kept saying bio ink, but she wasn't hyphenating it, so it just said bioink.
Yoink!
So you can say Heath, you can say bioink, you can follow your heart.
Yeah, and we give that to you. That's a gift for you.
And you're welcome. You know what? You could even Heath a bioink.
Ew!
And you can bioink a Heath.
I would not be opposed to yoinking a Heath.
Whoa.
I need more information.
Salacious.
I know. Okay, so she's like, go get your mom. And the little girl did what she was told. And soon, a tall, strong woman strode into the queen's sitting room, holding a basket of eggs in one hand and dragging her daughter along by the hand in the other.
Lady Emmett.
Who's Lady Emmett? Oh, Emmett! Guys, go watch our puppet musical. The queen told her, your daughter says you have powers and that you can tell me how I may have children of my own. And the woman flushed real red, and she said, my daughter also believes brown cows give chocolate milk, so I wouldn't invest everything in what a 6-year-old says.
Damn.
My lady. But the queen was like, sit down, eat with me. And the lady's like, oh, fine. And so they ordered some fine food and drinks to be served. And after they ate, the egg lady finished her beer and then cautiously told the queen that maybe, perhaps, like the most maybe, she had something she could try if she really wanted to have babies.
Oh.
Have you tried fucking your husband without a condom? My lady.
My lady.
She told the queen to have 2 pails of water brought to her before bed. She was to wash herself in each of these, and afterwards pour that dirty water under her bed.
Ew.
In the morning, 2 flowers will have sprung up, one fair and one rare. What? She must eat the fair one, but leave the rare one alone. That was important. The queen mustn't forget.
It's undercooked.
Don't eat the rare one. You'll get sick. Salmonella. The queen nodded, thinking about all the things that ugly, badly dressed child had touched in her house. Was there a way to disinfect grass, Max? We have to ask somebody about that. But who even deals with grass? The grass man? Anyway, she's like, yeah, sure, water under the bed, eat the flowers, got it. And then she sent the woman away.
Sure.
That night, she bathed in the 2 pails of water, and then she poured that dirty water out under her bed, as she had been instructed, because she's good at following directions.
Good.
The next morning, she was delighted to see 2 flowers. One was pink and fragrant. The other was, quote, green and oddly shaped.
Oh.
Like Shrek.
Like Shrek.
It's the Shrek flower. I see you, girl. Don't care. The queen popped the pink one in her mouth, and she chewed thoughtfully. And then she thought, well, this won't hurt anything. And then she ate the green one, too.
Why would it not hurt anything?
Nom, nom, nom. Yum, 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 yum. Donkey. Classic Shrek. Soon enough, she was pregnant. And then soon after that, she gave birth to 2 girls. The first was a girl.
Good.
But she had a wooden spoon in her hand. Okay. And she was riding on a goat.
So the woman gave birth to a goat.
So I said, okay, so she had 3 daughters. It's rude that they wouldn't include that one.
And a spoon baby.
3 daughters, one of them is a spoon baby. The baby looked weird. Oh. Oddly shaped. Mm. And the second she came into the world, she said, Mama! And the queen said, quote, if I'm your mama, God give me grace to mend my ways.
Woo! Classic baby.
That's what the queen said.
Yeah, classic baby saying mama.
Mama. The baby said, okay, rude. But don't worry. Quote, the next one born will be much fairer looking.
Whoa.
She's like, okay, so your next one will be hot. How about that? And thankfully for the queen, the next one born was prettier and really sweet. And the queen was pretty happy all in all.
But did she come with a goat?
No.
So what's the fucking point?
And I also don't think she talked.
Oh my God. What a useless baby.
Pretty useless. The sisters grew up really close, but complete opposites. One walked on perfect little slippered feet, and the other one rode on her goat sister and whacked at things with a wooden spoon all the time. But they were best friends, Max.
Yeah.
And did everything together.
I think we alternate which one is the goat girl.
Max and I are just two goat girls.
Yep.
Whacking with a spoon.
Yep.
The elder twin was given the nickname Tatterhood, title of story, because she was, quote, strong, raucous, and careless, and was always racing about on her goat.
So it has nothing to do with the tatteriness of her hood?
You might be thinking, that's not the reason she was named Tatterhood, was it? And no, Max, you're right. This is all written in my notes. The story adds right at the end of this, oh, and also she wore a hood that was in tatters, and her clothes were always covered in mud and tears.
Sure. So that's why she's called Tatterhood.
Yeah. Yeah. I wrote, that's like saying her name was Little Red Riding Hood because she always brought treats to her grandma's house. And also she wore a Red Riding Hood. That's the main reason why she's called
That's the main one.
It's possibly the only reason why they would think to call her that.
The middle part is unrelated.
And not interesting.
No.
Tell me more about that tattered hood. Anyway. No, Max. No. Stop it. The queen tried to get Tatterhood to wear nice clothes, but the girl was very stubborn and absolutely refused, and eventually the queen gave up and let her wear whatever she wanted, which is the Janey story. That's exactly how I was as a child.
Yeah, that makes sense.
One Christmas Eve, when the twins were almost grown, there was suddenly a huge commotion in the gallery outside the queen's rooms. Furniture outside was just getting thrown around. Glass was breaking. There's just the scrapes of giant, things scraping across the floor. It was a huge mess. And Tatterhood was alarmed, and she looked up and she asked her mom, what's going on out there?
What's going on?
What's going on, Mamma Mia? What's going on out there? And her mom rolled her eyes and said, oh, it's the stupid thing that happens in the palace every 7 years where a bunch of trolls storm the place and throw a party and break all my stuff. You'll get used to it. It's fine.
What?
Every 7 years, trolls break all my shit.
Classic septannual troll fuckery.
The septannual troll fuckery should be like a new Stars Hollow shirt. Are you going to go down to the septannual troll fuckery?
Yeah.
We should make that shirt.
Yeah.
Okay. So her mom was like, don't worry, we're having the septannual troll fuckery. You'll get used to it. And Tatterhood thought, the fuck I will. And she told her mom that she was going to go out and send the trolls away. And everyone's like, what? No, you can't do that. This is their time to break all my shit.
It's the fucking.
But Tatterhood was like, I'm not afraid of stupid trolls. I can and I will drive them away. But her only warning to the queen was that she must keep all the doors shut tight. She's like, don't let anyone out. Just keep the doors closed until I tell you to open them. And then she walked out with her wooden spoon and started whacking. Quote, the whole palace shook with the crashes and shrieking until it seemed the place would fall apart.
Wow.
She really should talk to my mom in the 90s. She also had a wooden spoon. And there also was much crashing and shrieking.
She turned the fucking into a whackening.
The whackening. When we were little, this is true, we would get spanked with a spoon. My mom's Filipino. And also from a time period when everyone, I think, got spanked with a spoon. If you spanked your kids, you weren't spanking with your hands. You were doing it with a kitchen utensil. But one time, my sister Savannah and I went down, we grabbed our spoons that we were spanked with, and we took them down into the basement, and we decorated them. And we wrote, the Savannah spanker. And, the Janey spanker, which didn't have the same ring to it.
No.
And we put, flowers and stuff all over them and, covered it with glitter. And, rhinestones, we fully, crafted it out.
The rhinestones seems like poor planning.
Then we put them back. And then we just, waited to get in trouble again. And my mom did the next time she grabbed the spoon, she was like, what is this? And then laughed, and I don't think we got spanked after that. We won.
Wow.
Yeah.
Much to consider.
Yeah. So anyway, that's a hot tip if your parents still spank you with a spoon. Only adults should be listening to this, so hopefully it's not still happening. It's weirdly one of my proudest childhood memories. Okay, so she's out there and she's beating those trolls' ass with a wooden spoon. And there's all of this commotion. At this point, her twin sister decided to peep her little head out to see what was going on. And just as she stuck her head out of the door, pop! A troll, quote, whipped off her head.
Oh my god. That's what I was afraid of.
And stuck a calf's head on her shoulders instead.
No!
It's a real Minotaur situation.
Yeah.
She becomes the Minotaur.
What? This took a turn.
The hot sister ran back into the room on all fours and started mooing to the horrified crowd inside. When Tatterhood came back and saw her sister, she was pissed. She yelled at everyone for not listening to her one request and, quote, asked what they thought of their carelessness now that her sister had a calf's head. She's like, are you fucking happy? Look at your work. Are you proud of yourself?
Everybody knows that at the troll fucking
somebody gonna get a cow head.
Somebody gonna get a cow head.
She sighed and told her mom she was going to go find a way to free her sister from the troll's spell. And she requested a good ship, well fitted with stores. She's like, I need like supplies and shit. Just like, give me a ship. The king, remember they have a dad?
Oh, yeah.
Remember that guy? Doesn't fuck his wife. Anyway, but he was like, listen, I am fine with my feral daughter Tatterhood going on an adventure. But he was like, you have to have a captain and a crew if you're going to go. And she was like, absolutely the fuck not. And he's like, yes, you can't go alone. You're a princess. And she's like, you can't go alone. You're a princess. Give me my ship. And he was like, okay, but only because you're scary. And he's like, are you really not going to take anyone? And she's like, of course I am. I'm taking my sister, the cowgirl. He's like, yeehaw! Yeehaw, get along, little doggy. And she flipped them all off and she left. So everyone agreed. And the two girls and their sister, the goat, took off in their ship. They went right to the troll's land, and she docked her boat. She told her sister to stay still on board the ship, and then she rode her sister, the goat, to the troll's house. A window was open, and she saw her sister's beautiful head mounted on a wall. Jesus. She leapt the goat through the window and into the house, and then she snatched the head off the wall and then exited, pursued by trolls.
Exeunt, pursued by trolls.
Pursued by trolls. Quote, they shrieked and swarmed about her like angry bees. I think is fun. But the goat snorted and butted at them with her horns, and Tatterhood smacked the shit out of them with her wooden spoon, and eventually they were like, fine! They let her escape.
So far, the rankings... Number 1, Tatterhood. Yeah. Number 2, goat sister, for sure. Number 3, cow sister.
Yeah.
She hasn't really done much yet.
Not yet.
Besides get her head chopped off.
Yeah, but she also moves, so.
Well, true.
Tatterhood made it back to the ship and took the calf's head off her sister's shoulders and replaced it with her own beautiful head, and her sister was human again. Tatterhood was like, great, you feel good? And she's like, yeah. And she's like, great. You know what I was thinking? And the sister's like, what? And she's like, what if we didn't go home? And her sister's like, and we have an adventure? Yes. And then they fucked off and did not go home.
Hell yeah.
They decided
the three sisters.
The three beautiful sisters. Would that make the wooden spoon also a sister?
Yeah, the spoon baby.
The spoon baby. 4 beautiful sisters. So they sailed off into the sunset, stopping at different ports until finally they reached a distant kingdom. Tatterhood tied the ship up at a landing place, and eventually word of this strange ship reached the palace. Apparently the ship kind of looks weird. The sails, I think, are off. Something's odd about the ship. A messenger was sent.
They're wearing white after Labor Day.
Something's off about this. I don't know. A messenger was sent to find out who was on board this ship, where they were from, and why they were there. And he was shocked to find just one girl on the deck riding a goat around, and she was also covered in dirt. And he was like, hi, are you alone? And she's like, no, my sister's here. And so is my other sister. And he was like, oh, okay. Can I meet her? And Tatterhood was like, no, weirdo, mind your business.
Get off my ship.
Oh my God. What do you mean, can you meet her? You're meeting me. The messenger.
And we're busy.
We're busy. We're clomping around on the ship.
I'm riding her.
And the other one's taking a little sleepy nap. The messenger then asked if they would come up to the castle for an audience with the king and his 2 sons. And Tatterhood said, no, let them come down to the ship if they wish to see us.
Fair.
Yeah. Quote,
don't let them get you to a second location.
You will not be taken to a second location. Quote, then she began to gallop about on her goat until the deck thundered. She's like, nope.
Bye. Screw.
like, rode off on her skateboard. That is a goat. That is her sister. The oldest prince heard this, right? The messenger came back and was like, she's so cool. So the oldest...
She did an ollie on a goat.
Flip a ollie for the goats.
Flip a ollie for the goats.
So the oldest prince heard all about this and he got really curious. So he did make his way down to the ship the next day. And when he saw the pretty younger twin, he fell madly in love. And he immediately was like, be my wife. And the pretty twin was like, no. And he was like, why? And she's like, I'm not going to just up and fuck off and leave my sister here. So if you can find somebody to marry Tatterhood, then sure, I'll be your wife. And he's like, no one wants to marry that gremlin. She's weird. Green and oddly shaped.
Tatterhood is just rail grinding around the edges of the ship on a goat.
Yeah, she's odd. Nobody wants to marry her. I love Tatterhood. So he leaves sad, convinced nobody wants that smoke. But hospitality must be given to strangers no matter what. So the two sisters were invited to a feast at the castle. The prince begged his little brother to escort Tatterhood, and his brother eventually reluctantly agreed. He was like, fucking fine. The younger twin brushed her hair and got all dressed up for the dinner, but Tatterhood wouldn't change at all. Her sister said...
Nor should she.
Nor should she. That's the thesis of this story. Her sister said, you could wear one of my dresses instead of that ratty cloak and your muddy boots. And Tatterhood laughed and was like, no. No, I couldn't.
They don't call me clean dress.
If they called me clean dress, that would be weird. And then her sister was like, okay, but could you take off that tattered hood and wash the soot from your face? And Tatterhood was like, if I took off my tattered hood, who would I be, Rebecca? No. They know who I am. So everyone in town showed up to see the strangers riding up to the castle, with a fine procession following after them. At the head was the eldest prince and Tatterhood's beautiful sister next to him, both on fine white horses with clothes of gold. Next came the prince's younger brother, on this gorgeous horse with silver trappings. And then there was Tatterhood, on her sister the goat, covered in shit.
Oh, I love her so much.
They rode in silence for a little while, until Tatterhood finally was like, you're not much for conversation. Haven't you got anything to say? And the prince said, what's there to talk about? And then they rode in silence for a little while, until he finally broke and said, all right, fine, I'll ask. What's up with the goat? I'll bite.
My sister?
He's like, I'll bite. And she's like, so will the goat.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Don't touch her, no matter how beautiful she is. Tatterhood said, since you happen to ask, I can ride on a horse if I wanted to. And suddenly, the goat changed into a fine steed.
What?
Yeah.
Shapeshifter sister.
This one's a
Shapesister.
shapeshifter.
Shapesister.
The prince blinked in surprise, kind of looked at it for a bit, and then he turned to her fully and was like, okay, well, you've gotten more interesting. Why do you hide behind that ragged old hood?
Listen, I think it's very interesting that I'm like, if I see someone who's like covered in mud and riding a goat, I'm very interested. I want to know everything already. Mm-hmm. It doesn't take them transforming the goat into a horse for me to be like, what's your deal?
I do kind of get the impression that he's like, she wants attention and I'm not giving it. Which honestly, I understand. I think that might
Hilarious.
be a Taurus.
She's a Taurus for sure.
He's also, I'm going to guess, the middle child.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like I know this guy's number. Should I call him? So he asked her, like, okay, well, then you've earned a second question. What's up with the hood? Why do you hide your face with that? And she said, what, this whole thing? I choose to wear this. And then her hood disappeared, revealing long, dark hair with a circlet of gold and tiny pearls on top of her head.
Ooh.
And he shook his head, and he's like, what an unusual girl you are. Okay, then why do you carry that wooden spoon? And she said, for whacking. Whack, smack, smack. And she said, quote, is it a spoon? And in her hand, the spoon became a gold-tipped wand of rowan wood.
Oh, I was really hoping it would be like a deck of cards, and then she would be like, "Is this your card?"
And they just go everywhere. She's like, damn. So she's now holding this wand of rowan wood. And the prince smiles, and he's like, oh, okay, now this makes sense. You're holding a wand? I get it now. Mm-hmm. That's cool. And then they face forward again, and he hummed a little as they rode in silence, but now it's like a more comfortable silence. And finally, she looked at him and said, aren't you going to ask why I wear these ragged clothes? And he responded, quote, no, it's clear you wear them because you choose to, and when you want to change them, you will. And at this, her ragged cloak disappeared, and she was clad in green velvet. And the prince kind of looked at her sideways and then smiled and said, it's a good color on you. And then they just kept riding. Yeah.
Cute. Hot. Cute.
Soon the castle loomed ahead of them, and Tatterhood finally asked, will you not ask to see my face beneath the streaks of soot? And he said, that too shall be as you choose. As they rode through the castle gates, Tatterhood touched her wand to her face, and the soot disappeared. She just washed her face.
She just rubs a stick on her face until the soot comes off.
Yeah, she gets covered in splinters. Quote, and whether her face now was lovely or plain, we shall never know, because it didn't matter in the least to the prince's brother or to Tatterhood.
The prince, but he's also a prince.
I know. But he's not like the prince.
Well, he is, though.
The story thinks he's garbage. Less than garbage.
Damn.
The
all right.
spare. The last line of the story is this. But this I can tell you. The feast at the castle was a merry one, with the games and the singing and the dancing lasting for many days. End quote.
Nice.
Yeah, and that's Tatterhood.
I really thought that the nieces were going to come back in, or that little girl, the feral little girl whose mom sells eggs.
Doesn't it kind of seem, though, that Tatterhood is that little girl? Like, there's like a badly dressed little girl at the beginning who's kind of precocious.
Yeah.
Seems a little bit like maybe this mother is like, I know how you can have one specific type of child.
And then she just hid her child.
Okay, why would there be two flowers if you weren't supposed to eat one? I wonder if she was like...
They took all the bad out and they put it... they took all the weird shit out and put it in a different flower.
That probably is true. But I also wonder if in this world, if she's like, please don't eat that other flower, because if you eat that flower, you get her daughter. Okay, so here are some notes. This story was collected by Peter Absjornsen and Jørgen Moe as from Norwegian Folktales. Yeah. And eventually it was translated by G.W. Descent for Norwegian Folktales in 1859. A version of this story can be found in A Book of Witches and A Choice of Magic, both by Ruth Manning Sanders.
Oh, hello.
Friend of the pod.
Friend of the pod.
Also, this is ATU Type 711, The Beautiful and the Ugly Twin and the Slurpees.
And it's 24 hours.
And you get a hot dog on 4th of July.
A classic spinny glizzy.
And then one time, Ariana Grande will come in and lick all the donuts.
Yep. One time I got really drunk and I went to 7-Eleven and I bought, as a joke, to be clear, I didn't need any of these items, but I was just with someone who was at 7-Eleven. I was like, haha, this will be funny because I was drunk. Mm-hmm. And I purchased a bunch of bananas and a pack of condoms and a DVD of, what movie was it? Oh, the movie Cowboys and Aliens.
Yeah. Cowboys and Aliens is so weird. Fucking, Olivia Wilde plays a Native American woman in that.
Yeah.
Fucking weird. Anyway, Type 711, The Beautiful and the Ugly Twin. And I was looking this up on like Wikipedia because it just made a little blurb about it. And it was just like, this is very popular in Scandinavian countries and not a thing in other countries. And I'm trying to think of like a beautiful and an ugly twin. There really isn't. I guess that's not a thing.
Yeah. There's definitely, I mean, sometimes there's like the nice sister and the mean sister and stuff like that.
That feels like a very specific thing, though, because that's its own trope.
Yeah. One of the ATU types that is, it's fucked up that it's termed like this, but it's the white sister and the black sister.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's like one who is, this feels like a kind of a variation on.
It does.
A little bit.
This is the picture associated with it. It's the cover of the book.
Okay, so there's a girl and she's wearing Uggs and sweats and she's got a dish towel on her head and she's holding a big wooden spoon and she's riding a beautiful white goat.
The prettiest sister.
Honestly, the prettiest sister. And she's just whacking a bunch of trolls. And the trolls are sneaking around all sneaky style. And she's whacking them.
And the trolls are very cute. They've got like long tails coming out of their dresses.
Yeah, I like that.
Also, this is a book that was brought to us by the Feminist Press.
Oh,
yeah.
The Feminist Press.
That's what it's called. The Feminist Press.
The Feminist Press.
Yeah.
Nice. I like it.
Yeah, it's kind of cute, right? I really love the idea of like, this is Tatterhood makes all her own choices. I really like the interaction with the prince at the end when he kind of caught on. I genuinely think that he was just like, you're doing this for a bit. I don't think that he was like, I'm looking down on you because you're dirty. I think he was like, you had every opportunity to dress up for this. I am not asking about this.
Yeah.
And then finally he was like, okay, fuck it. Yeah, I'll ask about it. Why are you on a goat? We offered you a horse.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Cute. All right, you want to take a little break?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll be right back.
Okay, Janey.
Okay, Max.
The story that I have for you today is from a collection of stories called Upstate, Downstate, Folk Stories of the Middle Atlantic States by Moritz Jägendorf.
Give me an example of a Middle Atlantic state.
That's a great question. This defines it as New England.
Okay.
Plus Maryland.
All right.
Which, you know what? Honestly, it's the middle of like the North American Atlantic when you consider Canada.
Sure. Yeah.
So,
okay.
You know what? Yeah. So it's from New York down to Maryland, basically.
Got it.
We've had Moritz Jägendorf a couple of times. I'm a huge fan of his work. I might be the biggest fan that there is of Moritz Jägendorf.
Cannot remember hearing his name ever.
That is totally fine. I think he's a really great writer, but also he specifically does a bunch of collections of folktales about the United States. Mm. And about a lot of cultures that exist like within the United States, like microcultures and immigrant cultures, and how they change as a result of like integration into the U.S., which I think is really interesting.
Yeah.
All of his stories are very fun. He also, what was it? Stormalong?
Yeah.
He wrote that one.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I loved that one.
Yeah. He's a really good writer. And honestly, I feel like every time I tell one of his stories, I end up mostly just quoting directly from the text because I love his writing style and it's so good. I'm going to tell you the name of this one. I wasn't sure. This is called The Wolf Bride.
Ooh, fun.
And this is a spooky story.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
Really excited because it's almost a spooky season.
It's the spooky season.
This story comes from Pennsylvania, from the Dutch and German populations. There is like
the Amish.
Yes, there is like a microcosm of quote unquote Pennsylvania Dutch, which is actually mostly German and not Dutch. Mm-hmm. But it's this like really small ethnographic group within the early United States in like the 17 and 1800s.
They call everyone not part of them. They call themselves the Germans and they call us the English. Do you know that?
Who?
The Pennsylvania Dutch. They call everyone who's not Pennsylvania Dutch the English.
That makes sense.
Does it?
That aligns with everything that I've read recently from reading this story about the Pennsylvania Dutch.
As somebody who is, I would say, fairly far from being English on all sides of my family.
Well,
very confused by that.
Well, fortunately, based on this story, he wouldn't call you English.
He wouldn't call me for dinner.
Yeah. This story has a couple of slurs in it.
Ooh, okay. For me. But
they talk about the Indians and the gypsies, specifically. Those are both terms that have like a long and storied and kind of complicated history.
Yeah. I don't know if I would call Indian a slur.
It's like
it's
weird.
Not great.
Though.
It's not great to use. Natives use it.
Yeah, if people use it for themselves,
not like and it's also just fine. Not. Nobody's gonna be super offended if you say Indian unless you say it in like a way that's like. Yeah. The Indians. It's going to be like weird.
In this case, it is the Indians and the gypsies. And it's definitely intended as like a derogatory term. But
okay. Well, Moritz, you're on a fine line right now.
Yes. Both of those terms are not things that were like questioned as terms until like the 80s. Yeah. So, the term gypsy wasn't brought into question until like the 2010s. So in like public general consensus. Anyways, so those are the slurs that you're going to hear.
Okay. Trigger warning.
But this story is called The Wolf Bride. And I'm going to read the first little bit because, again, I just fucking love Moritz Jägendorf's writing style. Mm-hmm. Strange stories run like cobwebs through our land, and none more strange than those heard in the South Mountains of Pennsylvania. And none can tell them better than Henry of 1,000 Tales. Tells Henry, and then it starts the story.
Cool.
There's a young man named Harmon, and he lives in the Pennsylvania mountains. He is a hunter and a fisherman, and he spends most of his time like gathering and collecting. He lives with his 2 sisters, and he hunts and he gathers for them in order to provide for them. There isn't really a whole lot of community. There are a couple of small little like settlements and houses and everything nearby, but it isn't like he lives in a town necessarily. It's kind of just like the people on the other like farms and in the other like hunting houses and everything that are nearby. Harmon is one of the only people who is brave or stupid enough to go to an area in the woods called Wolf Camp Run, which is an old mill that was deserted, and the area around it, the woods are very weird. And so most people think that they are haunted, that the mill itself is haunted, that the woods are haunted, and that there are strange beasts that wander in that area of the woods. Mm-hmm. I should also tell you that the Pennsylvania Dutch, the German folklore comes into this very hard. So a lot of the creatures of German folklore are like what they're talking about as being in the woods here, which I think is really interesting. The German folkloric creatures, I think, are really interesting. There's a TV show called Grimm that goes into them in depth that I watched when I was in like high school, and it's very interesting. So, but that's that. Wolf Camp Run.
Wolf Camp Run!
The story describes Wolf Camp Run as a place where the trees stood close and the shadows were weird.
Oddly shaped.
Weird. So Harmon one day, he goes hunting and he goes out to this deserted haunted mill where nobody else will go because he knows that that's where the best game is because nobody else will go there.
Yeah.
As he's walking up to Wolf Camp Run, he's following kind of a woodsy path, and he's walking, and then very suddenly in the path in front of him, he sees a huge black wolf. It's got long hair and these like bright flashing black eyes. A large wolf with gleaming eyes and long hair is standing in the middle of the path, and Harmon sees this wolf and immediately freezes. He's a hunter, and so he's used to seeing wolves and everything like that, but something about this makes his blood run cold. And he thinks, and he's like, it's all right, I have a silver bullet for witches in my vest. So
good, Harmon.
Yes. But even as he thinks this, he is too terrified to move. He's just frozen in place. And the wolf looks at him and he looks at the wolf, and they make eye contact for a little while. And then the wolf blinks and walks away into the woods up towards the mill. And he watches motionless as this wolf walks up to where he can see the mill just peeking over the edge of a cliff or the edge of a hill. And he watches the wolf walk up to the mill and walk into the mill through the back door.
Okay, so that's a guy.
Yeah.
That's a fucking witch.
Yeah, for sure. As soon as the wolf is gone, Harmon finds that he's able to move again, and he immediately loads his gun with the silver bullet, and he's like, that's a witch. That's absolutely a witch. Something is deeply wrong with this creature.
Yeah.
And he, as quietly as he can, he walks up to the mill. He goes towards the back door where he saw the creature enter, and he sees a pair of flashing black eyes in the dark, and he like raises his gun to his shoulder and lowers it to aim. And as his eyes kind of adjust to the darkness inside of the mill, very suddenly he finds himself frozen again, and he drops his gun. What he sees inside of the mill is not a massive black wolf, but a beautiful girl.
That's a witch.
That's a witch.
Harmon, run!
That's a fucking witch.
Okay, sorry, the last time we saw a witch take an animal form, it was the cat that was on that guy's chest, right?
Yeah.
And pressed. And I have never heard of a woman whose form isn't like a rabbit or like a cat or something small.
Yeah.
I love that there's a giant fucking wolf.
Yeah, a big scary wolf.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it's great. I think this is one of the coolest stories that I've come across on this podcast, especially because I could not find this anywhere online, which is crazy to me. I want someone to write books about this.
What about PDP and the PPP curve? You didn't think that was also cool and mysterious?
I also thought that was cool, but like this story, I'm like, why isn't this the most famous story?
Yeah, okay.
Because it's so fucking cool. He sees this girl standing in the dark, and she's got like bright white skin, of course. Her eyes were black diamonds, and her black hair reached to the ground. Harmon knew she was a witch, a hexed creature. So he immediately is like, that's a witch. I watched a wolf come in here, and now it's a girl, and the girl looks like the wolf. And that's a witch.
And also she's beautiful. That's a witch.
That's a witch. And Harmon does not give a shit.
Yeah.
He's like, this is the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. The moment that he lays eyes on her, he falls in love with her. And he's like, I don't care what she is. I love her. I need to be with her.
Daddy, I love her. Also, I'm sorry, hexed creature is hot.
Yes. Yes. I also found out the etymology of like hex is from German. Huh. So a lot of time, like that is specifically a German term for a curse, or like some kind of magic. It's like HECTS. Hex. Which I think is cool.
Oh, that's cool.
A hexed beast, a creature. And the girl looks at him from the darkness. She's completely nude with like black hair that goes all the way down to the ground and these like spark black eyes. Mm-hmm. And she says, hello. I was in the woods with my friends and they were picking berries. And then I decided to go for a swim in a pond and someone stole my clothes. And that's what happened. And he's like, that's what happened. You poor thing.
Well, thank God they did.
He says, take my coat, come with me to the house of my sisters. They will take good care of you. And immediately,
she's in a house, or is it just a mill?
It's a deserted mill. Yeah. And he like whips off his coat and covers her up and everything. And they start to walk back to his house where his sisters live.
Don't invite her inside.
He's in love with her.
Sure.
He loves her, daddy.
God, fucking men.
From the first moment that he saw her, he's like, I have to, like, this woman has to be my wife. I love her. I can never be without her ever again. I have to do everything that I can to possess this creature. Men. So he walks back with her to his house where his sisters are. And the whole time that they're walking back, they're like chatting happily. And like he's talking to her about like his hunt and everything. And she's like talking to him about the woods and like looking at like all the plants and all the animals. And she's like, shh, did you hear that bird call? Like, you know, they're having like a really good conversation.
Yeah.
He walks her back to her house, to his house. And Harmon's sisters see her and immediately are like, oh, honey, like, fall all over her. They help her clean up. They brush her hair out. And it has like all of these like tangles and nettles and everything in it. They help her brush her hair out. And it says that they petted her.
She wolf.
She puppy. So, but they fed her and they petted her and they put her to sleep in the loft in a feather bed.
Should have been me.
It sounds pretty nice. Harmon, meanwhile, is on the main floor of the house, and he's thinking about this girl who's up in the loft and losing his fucking mind. He's like, I'm so in love with her. Like this, what if she wakes up in the morning and she wants to leave? Like, what'll I do? I can't live without her. Like, I have to do something.
Uh-oh, Harmon.
Yep. He knows that she's lying about where she came from and what she was doing. He doesn't care, though.
Yeah.
Because he is completely in love with her. He thinks that she's probably a witch or a werewolf, which also werewolf comes from German. But he loved her and he wanted her. Quote, she must never leave, never turn into a wolf again. And he knows how to do it because he...
Just like a fucking man. I like her, so she can't do what she likes to do anymore, which is to turn into a wolf.
Yeah. But fortunately, he knows how to fix this. And make sure that she can never turn into a wolf again because he's heard stories from a Hexmaster, which...
Hexmaster General.
Hexmaster General. That's my new job title. I want to be a Hexmaster. So he gathers up his cloak and his gun and a lantern, and he runs out into the night. He runs through the woods to the old mill. He never saw the moon, nor did he hear the lovely night song of the whippoorwills and the little creatures. So he's running so fast that he's not paying attention to anything. He's just like sprinting through the woods up towards this mill. And finally he gets up to the mill and he's like casting around in the darkness. He can't see very well. His like lantern is going out. And there's a sudden like beam of moonlight that comes down and he's able to see on the ground this like silky black pelt.
Oh no.
Yep.
Oh no.
And he sees this wolf skin on the floor near the door of the mill. And he immediately grabs it up and he takes out a hammer and iron nails that he brought with him. And he goes to the big mill wheel and he stretches the wolfskin over the wheel and he uses the iron nails and he hammers it in place. So this is like stuck up on the wheel.
Harmon, you're a villain.
Yep. And it says, now she cannot leave me. Now she must stay. She cannot leave so long as I have her hex clothes where she can't get them.
You're a villain! Harmon, I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you.
You idiot. And then he goes back home.
Okay.
He's not able to sleep for the rest of the night because he's so excited to see his beautiful future bride.
You better be careful what you fucking wish for, dude.
Yeah. So he's barely able to sleep that night. And then he wakes up the next morning and the wolf girl wakes up and she comes down from the loft and she looks small and pale and cold.
Oh.
And he's like, "Oh, are you okay? Did you not sleep?" And she says, "Not too well, but I'll be well soon enough." And then she looks around. She kind of like shakes herself out. It says that she laughed a harsh little laugh that sounded like broken bells.
Trying to think of it as a broken bell.
And he says to her, "Will you stay here?" And she says, "I came only to stay for a night, but now I must stay here long." And then she gives him a look, and it says her jet black eyes went through Harmon like knives. So she immediately knows what he's done.
Yeah. I think it would have been fun if her jet black eyes went through him like nails.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Agreed.
A quick edit. Moritz, what's his name?
Moritz.
Oh, I was so close.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll count that as a win. Good job, Janey.
Half point.
Half point for Janey.
From that day forward, the wolf girl stayed with him, but he never again saw her happy. She's always cross and she's always in a bad mood. She always seems uncomfortable.
Yeah.
She is like, she works hard and she does everything that a person is supposed to do, but she does it all with like an edge on her a little bit. Mm-hmm. Like it's very unnatural to her. And he tries to introduce her to the other people around. And as soon as people meet her, like something in them does not like or trust her from the moment that they meet her. Like an animal fear almost. People are terrified of her.
Yeah.
Eventually, Harmon marries her.
Oh.
And even at the wedding and after the wedding, she is completely joyless.
Yeah.
And there's nothing that he can do to make her happy at all. And he wishes desperately that there was something that he could do to make her happy again.
Harmon?
But surely there isn't.
Harmon?
Of course. What could possibly help?
Maybe not nothing. Holding her prisoner.
Guess nothing.
Oh, God.
They lived together for some years.
Sure.
And one day he goes out fishing, coincidentally up by the old mill.
Okay.
He's passing by and he sees the old wolf skin nailed on the wheel. And now it's like sun-worn and beaten and dusty and everything like that. The area where the nails have gone through it, it's like starting to tear around the edges.
I'm surprised nobody's found it yet.
Well, it's very haunted up there. Nobody goes up there. And also if you find a wolf pelt that is nailed with iron nails to a haunted mill wheel, I feel like you don't touch it.
It'd just become a little place of legend, I feel.
Maybe. I just definitely feel like nobody's going to fuck around and release that wolf skin.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
he can see where it's like stretched and starting to tear and everything like that. It's got like cobwebs and everything all over it. And he thinks about his wife and he thinks about the fact that she hasn't smiled since the day that he found her.
Yeah.
I think it's a really cool detail of the story that like they got along really well.
Yeah.
Until he did this.
Yes.
Yeah. I thought that was really cool to include. It's like, it's not that she's like a cold bitch. It's that like specifically he did something.
He betrayed her.
Yes.
Yeah. And is holding her captive.
Yes, absolutely. I like that the story makes that very clear.
Yeah, I like that too.
It's so this wolf skin is still nailed up. It's ratty and it's full of holes. And he thinks to himself, you know, like, we're married and like maybe she's not super happy, but like, I mean, looking at the state of this thing, there's no way that she can like turn into a wolf again. So maybe if I like take the nails out of this and like get rid of it, then she'll at least be happy again. But I don't like, there's no way that this is going to let her turn into a wolf again or anything like that.
Why do you think that, Armin?
But he takes the nails out of the wolf pelt and takes it down from the wheel. He bundles it up and he tosses it into a slow moving little river.
Okay.
And then he continues to fish. As he does so, he hears a very strange sound and then a very strange party approaching him in the woods.
It's, you know, that the Camp Rock scene where they're like, they're doing their dance. Camp Rock.
And weirdly, that is kind of what I pictured. Camp Wolf Run.
Camp Wolf Run. That is a strange party.
Yeah, a weird party. A group of Indians.
That people not up in New England.
No. Come through the woods in a tight group. All of them are armed. And in the middle of the group, there is a man who has his hands bound behind him, and he looks very different from them. He is very, very tall and broad-shouldered and pale. He has long, dark hair and dark, flashing black eyes and a huge wolfish smile.
Oh, he's smiling. Okay, sounds hot.
Yeah. The moment that Harmon puts eyes on him, he sees that his eyes are the same as the eyes of his wolf bride. So he's like, they're whatever they are, they're the same.
Yeah.
He thinks to himself, maybe he was a Shakener, a gypsy from the hexed forest of Germany.
Shakener.
A Shakener. And I will talk a little bit about, well, I guess I can talk about that now. He says maybe he was a Shakener, a gypsy from the hexed forest of Germany. He was roaring on the top of his voice a Christmas song, though it was the time of the Indian summer.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. And they're like, shut up, it's our time. Shut up, it's our time.
A Shakener or a Shakener comes from the German Zigeuner. I meant to Google what that meant, but I think it means like just a stranger, like a person who comes from another place.
Yeah. Wagworen.
Yeah, exactly. So a Shakener is a wandering group of people in specifically like Dutch Pennsylvania. They wander the highways and usually are purveyors of hexes and fortunes and things like that. So when he says that they're like gypsies, they're like, the only references I could find to the Shakener are from collections of like American history about the Roma people.
Yeah.
So they're like specific to this area. The Roma people of this area and the travelers are called Shakeners.
Okay.
Like SHE-KENER or CHI-KENER, Shakeners.
Yeah.
I do wonder if it comes from like Ken, like mortal Ken, like an understanding of like the world that is beyond what is like able to be learned. But I didn't do enough research into the etymology to know if,
Sure.
You know, like, you know, when it's like, oh, she had like an uncanny Ken sort of thing. I don't know. Could be. Anyways, so there's this huge man with dark hair and dark eyes, and he's being marched through the forest by a band of Indians. And he has his hands tied behind him. It is the hottest part of summer, and he is singing a Christmas song.
And he's grinning while singing Jingle Bells.
Yes. It has the lyrics of the song in here, and I think that this is a very fun little song that they've chosen. He sings, "In the porch of Bethlehem have crept the gypsies wild. They've stolen the swaddling clothes of the newborn child. Oh, these swarthy gypsies.
Little scamps.
How did the devils dare? They haven't left the holy child a stitch of clothes to wear."
That's a hilarious little Christmas song, with them pranking baby Jesus.
But also, this is what Harmon did to the wolf bride.
Yeah, exactly.
He stole her clothes and like left her with nothing. Anyways, I just think that that's really cool.
That is cool.
I like the implication that she's like the holy child kind of thing. I don't know. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
I think that this story is really nuanced.
The irony of that.
Yeah. The story tells us, although there's no reason why Harmon would know this, that this man had been captured by this group of Native Americans because he killed one of them. And so they were taking him to the Great Father in Washington to request permission to punish him as was right, which I assume means killing him.
The Great Father in Washington. What year is this?
Unclear.
Interesting. I guess that could have been like George Washington.
I think it's probably like a group of people, like a group of Native people around the city that we know as Washington, probably, but I'm not sure.
I just don't know why Native Americans would be following those, like that custom of like, can we deal with this on our own? Unless there is a president in place.
Maybe. Yeah. So Harmon sees this strange band moving through the woods, and he watches them until they pass out of his line of sight, and then he keeps fishing, because Harmon is a deeply boring and incurious man.
Not my problem.
Meanwhile, the wolf bride is back at home. The story says she's hoeing in a lot of this from here on out is going to be quotes, because I think that this is one of the most beautiful and cool things I've ever read.
Sure.
The wolf bride is, quote, hoeing in the garden, and her eyes were like a black pool torn by a storm. Her body was bent and tired, and she hated all the world. She hated her human life, and she wanted to roam the wild woods as a wild wolf.
Me too.
Yeah. This speaks to something in me.
Yeah.
She's having to do chores, and she just wants to run around in the woods.
Be a wolf girl.
Me too. Me too. Suddenly, she felt a thrill in all her body. Her white skin under her drab dress felt fresh after a bath.
Yeah.
Into her eyes came a wild, moist gleam, as when she roamed the wild mountains. The deep nails in her wolf skin were gone. She straightened up, unwound her long hair, and let the cool wind in it. What made her feel as free as she used to feel in the woods? What was it?
Do you think maybe it's her birthday?
No.
Okay. Maybe she got a new haircut.
No.
Oh. Did they just discover how to brush their teeth? That'll make you feel nice and fresh.
Nice and fresh.
Yeah.
As she's sort of like straightening up and like coming back into herself a little bit, she starts to hear this booming voice singing a little bit off key on the wind.
Jingle bells, jingle bells.
She hears the voice say, "Oh, those swarthy gypsies, how did the devils dare? They haven't left the Holy Child a stitch of clothes to wear." Mm-hmm. She hears this song, and as she hears it, she watches this band of Native Americans coming over a hill with this dark, like pale man in the midst of them, and he is singing and throwing his head and laughing.
And I do it again!
She sees his hair and his eyes and the wild look on his face, and she thinks to herself, maybe he was a Shikaner, or maybe he was a wolf man, but it did not matter to her. She felt he was a creature like herself who wanted to be wild and free. Oh. She ran up to him. He is my true love, and I go where he goes.
Hell yes!
The prisoner laughed, showing white, gleaming wolf's teeth, and cried, "Then follow me right now."
To jail. For both of us.
Yep. And she goes with him. Harmon returns with the fish, and he finds that his beautiful wife is gone. As soon as he realizes that she is gone and is not coming back, he goes and talks to the neighbors. They say that they think they saw her leaving with a group of Native Americans and a prisoner who looked a lot like her. Mm-hmm. And he's like, "Oh, so she like left me. And immediately he tells them, he's like, "Okay, well, it's probably good because she was actually like, I found her in the woods and she was like a wolf person and she shouldn't have been around us like good and respectable people anyways."
I hope they kicked him out of the village. They were like, yeah. You brought what into our home?
He calls her a hexed wolf woman not fit to live with respectable folks.
I think she's ugly anyway, bitch.
And then this line fucking chills. None believed him. Oh. Folks said it was slanderous talk to hide his shame and anger at his wife who left him. Mm-hmm. And folks were right, and so was he.
And everyone's a little bit right in that scenario.
The end.
Oh, get fucked, Harmon.
Yeah.
Whew. That's fantastic.
That's one of my favorite stories that I've read.
That's everything that I wanted it to have. And I've been hurt so many times before by these old stories that I wasn't willing to hope.
Yeah. No, it's so good.
Yeah.
This is very much like a Selkie story, I feel like.
Yes, absolutely.
And like a swan woman story. Yeah. Or like a goose girl story. Like there like any number of like animal brides. And a lot of times it is like the stolen skin and keeping her like human. And there are a lot of stories where, especially with Selkies and with mer women also, like they're just deeply unhappy when they're not able to indulge like the wild part of themselves.
Well, so, and I think we have talked about this before, but there are such stark, obvious differences between the male version of this and the female version of this, whereas when the male counterpart is like Hans the Hedgehog or even like the Bear King, you burn their skin in order for them to become kings and princes and for them to live the true life of power and glory that they were meant to have that they couldn't have when they were wild in the woods.
And also it usually means absolution for the crimes that they committed.
And exactly. And they don't, Hans the Hedgehog, he disfigured that girl and then he gets none of that.
And he's like, but I'm good now, so it's fine.
But I'm good and I'm hot and I look human and it's good. Whereas and I look human now. He's not. No. He's not.
He's a murderer.
He's a murderer and he's a psycho. But he's able to have everything he wants by usually getting somebody else to take his skin from him and give him a new form. And with this, it's just all of the female counterparts of this is that they have something stolen from them and they're forced into an unknown land, into a thing where they want desperately to get back to the wild part of themselves, and they are prisoners and they're forced to sleep with this gross guy now for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, this person who's committed an incomparable atrocity against them.
Yes. Yeah, essentially, and this is I'm sorry about how serious this is, but it is a rape allegation. You know, like it is the exact same thing of like taking somebody's skin and clothes and like leaving them naked.
An allegory, yeah.
And so, I love the ending of this, but also it's such a fucking stark difference between men and women.
Yeah,
in these stories.
I also love though that this story isn't like, and she was wild and ugly. And then he brought her home and made her beautiful or whatever. It was like, no, she like...
He did this because she was beautiful.
Yes,
He did this because he was lustful, and he shouldn't have been, according to the Pennsylvania Dutch.
Yes.
And their morality.
This story feels like an Angela Carter to me.
It really does.
And I
really did.
I loved it so much.
I liked that a lot. I really did like that.
I love it. There's something like weirdly like socially incisive about it too. Like the way that like like her transformation when like the nails come out of her skin. It's not like she's like, and now I'm a wolf girl again. How woo! It's just like she like straightens up and like the glow comes back to her a little bit, where she like her eyes become like bright again.
The fact that we don't see her become a wolf again at the end, we don't see her reunited with her pelt, like that's insane to me.
Yeah.
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 I don't love that she literally was just like, great, and then she just gets to run off with another man, but he definitely is representative of finding her people.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. And I also really like the last line where they're like, I really like the idea that people were like, sure, she was a wolf girl. Definitely.
You're just trying so hard not to admit that your wife fucking left you.
Yeah. I love that.
Because you weren't providing for her.
Because there are so many stories also where everyone would be like, oh my God, she was a wolf girl. We should go and murder her. I love that everyone was like, no, this is a spurned man.
Yeah.
Who's in his feelings about the fact that his wife, who very clearly hated him, and we all hated her. Like...
There is I don't know why this made me think of this, except for the obvious. Paris Paloma has a new song out called Good Boy. And it's a song basically that she wrote kind of in response to all of the men who always go on her very feminist, very like female focused music and like try to tear it down. And she wrote a song where the chorus is, good boy, you're doing exactly as intended. Like, you're doing a great job. Has any of the money trickled down yet? Okay, we'll wait for that. And are you a millionaire yet? I'm sure they'll go ahead and reward you for all of your defending. You're doing great. And it's just this very, very just satisfying song.
Good.
And she stopped responding to the men in the comments with anything except for good boy. And that started a movement where women across TikTok will respond to all of the nasty fucking men in their comments. And it's just like, good boy. Yeah, no, you're doing exactly right. You're doing exactly what they wanted you to do. Good boy. And I think it's so funny.
Oh, I love that.
Also, the song is a banger. Everybody go listen to it.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, but The Wolf Bride, I really like this story.
That was fantastic. That really was Angela Carter vibes.
Yeah.
I want to see so many. I want to read a Slewfoot version of this. Yeah. I was thinking of Slewfoot the whole time that I was listening to it. It's the exact same like time period. Well, it's a little bit further up, but the same vibes.
Yeah. I was thinking of Scarlet the whole time.
Yeah, a sexy version of this for sure.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I want her to write this.
Hers would start though. Hers would have her getting her pelt back, whatever, but it would start with her following that man into the woods.
Maybe.
I feel like with Scarlet, we would get what happens after she leaves and maybe on a pursuit of her wolf pelt.
Maybe.
Because we haven't seen her get reunited with her wolf pelt. She can't turn back into a wolf yet. And she's just followed a criminal into the woods who's singing a Christmas song. That's a total Scarlet character.
Yes.
Like a hot man in the woods being arrested and grinning.
Yeah. Yeah, this guy's hot. Like.
Yeah, I think so too. No, he did murder an Injun. That's not great.
Yeah, it doesn't give us any kind of details or anything like that. And that just seems like
Tell
weird.
Us more.
Yeah. I don't know.
I do think though that this could also be done in a cool way. Of that the Native American people are the ones that are like, we know what they are. They're not good and they do hunt humans.
Yes. Like a Sinners kind of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So there'd be like a nuance there too. Yeah, it's pretty good.
So good.
Good job, Max.
The Wolf Bride. I'm just going to think about this for the rest of my life. It's okay.
I'm really happy. I was going through another book thinking of stories that I could possibly tell on this podcast. And I almost told one called The Bushy Bride because I thought it was funny. Happy I didn't.
This is a good twofer of stories.
I think so.
Yeah. I like Tatterhood and The Wolf Bride.
Yeah. Two kind of, well, yeah.
Like female empowerment, kind of like.
Yeah, I was going to say, it is female empowerment at the end of yours. I was going to say two badass women, but like she hers was sad until the end.
Yeah.
God, what a fucking idiot. Also, the hubris of him being like, I could let this go now, and she would probably still stay.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself. I think that's one of the most important things about the Selkie stories, too, is the idea that, like, no matter how long you keep them prisoner, the second they are able to leave you, they will leave you.
I also, to me, like, the empowerment part of this is also that she doesn't need her wolf skin to leave him.
Yeah.
Like, that is a part of her that he has taken from her, and she might not get it back.
Yeah.
But she still has the agency to leave.
Yeah.
And I think that that's really fucking cool.
That's like, fucking phenomenal.
She doesn't need to be, like, a wolf or, like, a witch or anything like that to ruin his life, because he deserves it.
I think that those two people are going to chew their way out of that encampment they're in.
Probably.
All right. Well, Max, fantastic.
Thank you.
I really enjoyed that. Ooh, I'm feeling very inspired to do something spooky.
Ooh, it's spooky season.
Go hunting. Spooky shit. Guys, I am going to, there's not a whole lot of pictures from this episode, but I will put some pictures of our books up on our Instagram, so go check that out. It's sort of the story. Join our Discord by joining the Patreon at the $3, $4, or $7 levels. With the $7 level, you also get bonus episodes, and they are fantastic, and I love them. So go listen to those. You can send us an email about this at sortofthestory@gmail.com. You can text us at the link attached to this episode. Don't send pictures because we can't see them, and we also can't respond to you, so just send whatever you want, and I sometimes put them on our stories. I think they're funny.
Yeah.
And please rate and review this podcast. Give it 5 stars. 5 stars for spooky season, please.
Please.
And don't leave any reviews about me saying Injun. I'm allowed to do that. My dad is Dakota Sioux. So, how about that?
Yep.
What else? I think that's about it.
I think that's it.
Max, do you have any closing words? Maybe like a howl?
Smorgasbord.
I don't think you said that right. Smorgasbord. That's not a word. You made that up.
Lacuna.
Matata. Okay, and a Laguna Matata to you guys. Goodbye.
Bye.
So I accidentally caused a huge panic in my school, and I want to talk about it. We got new microphones that we wear around your neck like a lanyard, and they're amazing. They redistribute your voice so that every student hears your voice kind of like an equal amount instead of it just making you louder from one source. So yeah. Nice. Very good. Yeah, like the science behind it is amazing, and I was really excited to have one. But they made us wait because I'm a specialist teacher, not a classroom teacher, so I had to wait for like a year to get mine. They had them last year. I was just like, I want it.
Sucks.
And I was just constantly asking for it, and they were like, we're getting yours, don't worry about it. So I finally have mine. I'm all excited. They made us do a training a month ago, and it was over 2 hours long. And everybody was like, this is too long. Like, that training was, everybody was pissed that they had to be there. It took away from our pre-planning. And it was 2 hours long on this, like, tiny little thing where all they had to do was show us, like, link it. You don't have to tell us why it's good. We know why it's good.
Yeah.
Thank you. 2 hours. So and that was a month ago. So I finally got mine. And I obviously, I see the link buttons, and I'm trying to link them, and I'm trying to pair them, and I'm figuring it out. And then I hold it by the sides so that I can get, like, a proper read. And I'm holding it by the sides, and I'm looking up at my ceiling at this little, like, box within a ceiling, and I'm waiting for the lights to pair. And as I'm doing that, the school alarms start going off. It's like the active intruder alert. Active intruder.
Heave.
It's like an intruder alert. It's like, go on lockdown. And the alarm is like, teachers and students, there's an intruder in the building. Lock all the doors, hide the children. And like, it's just that over and over again, which is weirdly worse than the active shooter alarm.
Yes.
And it's just that over and over again. And all the kids have to go into lockdown. All the classes are there. I turn off all my lights. Then the police storm my classroom. They like open it up, and they open the door, and they look at me and they go, is this the art room? And I was like, yes. And they go, okay. And they look around, and then they run out of my room,
oh my God,
leaving the door wide open, and I was and unlocked. And so I was like, the fuck? So I run back to my door, and I lock it, and I close it. Like, they're bad at their jobs.
Yes.
And then a couple minutes later, the alarm's still going off incessantly. Somebody else comes to my room. They unlock my door, and they went, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yes." And they were like, "Okay." And then they left, also leaving my door open still. And I'm like, "The fuck is happening?" This is an active, something is happening in the school. And it's just like over and over again this happens. And finally somebody comes in and goes, did you press an alarm? And I was like, no, is there an alarm in this classroom? Because I don't think so. And she looks around and she goes, where's your microphone? And I was like, I'm sorry. What? What do you mean? I was like, I was trying to pair my microphone, and apparently the microphone has a panic button on it. That
seems like that should have been in the 2-hour training.
Okay, Max, it was, but I forgot about it.
Okay.
I forgot about it because the buttons aren't labeled alarm. It's if you press the 2 side buttons simultaneously and you hold them for any amount of time, it sets off a school-wide alarm.
I also just think that that's bad design. It should be harder to press both of them.
I mean, I guess it's okay that it's I don't know. Maybe label them better. Maybe make them red. Do something. Yeah. But they're both black. I didn't even notice them on the sides. And I was just, what happened was I was holding it by the sides as I was looking up, not realizing that I was pressing 2 buttons simultaneously because they're in the same spot, just where you would hold your hand.
Yeah, that's bad design.
Anyway, so I set off this panic. I mean, it was so bad. I sent very apologetic text to the ERT team. I was just like, hi, that was me.
Damn.
It was very scary. And so then I was like really upset and just like calming myself down like, well, I'm the worst person at this school. No. And it's fine. Everybody was really cool about it. They were like, we needed to do a drill anyway. And we did it. And everybody did great. So like, you're fine. I was like, no. My assistant principal came over and she's like, Janey, that could have happened to anyone. I need you to know that that's okay. She's like, and I was like, that's nice, but also no, it couldn't have because it hasn't happened to anyone.
It's good that it happened to someone. I think.
My God. So then the kids came in and I was still a little upset, but like, okay, it's fine. And we were getting through with our class. And by the end of the class, one of the 5th graders goes, Miss Rabideau, I really don't mean to just, your nose has been consistently bleeding. Yeah. And I was like, what? And she was like, you have a bloody nose and like, just, you know. And I was like, what are you talking about? I looked and my nose was just bleeding.
Oh my God.
I get stress bloody noses. And the kids didn't tell me. Oh they just God. Let my fucking nose bleed.
They were having a rough day.
It was a hard day for them. They had to watch their art teacher's nose leaking blood all I told my mom that and she laughed and I was like, hey. She went, I'm sorry. It's not funny. It's not surprising, but it's not funny. And I was like, what was the other part? She was like, it's not surprising. She was like, this is something that you would do.
Damn. Stone cold, Jane.
Fucking stone cold. And then she goes, oh, your dad's home. I'm going to go tell him. Okay, bye. And I was like, no, let me know.